Welcome back to another great week of Twisted Transitions. We are back yet again to just talk shop, talk all things DJ related. Appreciate you guys coming in, and for those who were early, appreciate that, because you know how this show goes. Everybody shows up late, want you to stick around longer, and in the beginning, everybody's just a few people and stuff in. So we're here, and I must tell you right off of Jump Street that this week has been a little, I don't know, it feels like things are just a little off with me. I don't know, like even like sitting waiting for the intro and everything to go through, like it just felt like a little off. I almost contemplated whether or not I wanted to even finish the show today, but I've got a good enough amount of things to talk about in order for us to maybe raise my spirits a little bit. So some good stuff. So, book club, what do you want to talk about? We came off of the biggest weekend, and probably for our company this year. For the company this year, we came off the biggest weekend, and we absolutely crushed it. So lots of stuff to talk about with that. It looks like everybody is already filing in. The Donald said, "What's up?" Let me go ahead and highlight you guys. DJ Willie Will, YouTube sounding good. All right, appreciate you. DJ TJ Sound, what's good? And the homie DJ G Kenny, what's happening? What's happening? That's what's up. DJ Willie Will, your videos have been popping up. I must say, for somebody that was going to quit, you're pretty damn good. It's the eclipse effect that got you feeling off. I mean, it may be, I really wasn't in tune with that. I was actually working on this week's wedding when that happened. I told the missus that while that was happening, I probably wouldn't even pay attention, and it would just feel like it's cloudy outside. Like all today, it's been sunny and then cloudy, then windy, then raining. It's just, I don't know. It just feels a little blah, just a little blah. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. I didn't think about the eclipse, but it could possibly be the eclipse. Anyway, so like I said, we got a good bit of stuff to talk about today. A couple of housekeeping things real quick. If you can make sure that you hit the thumbs up while you are here, that just keeps the video going. I see a lot of people watching this on replay, which is fun. I didn't think that people would actually go back and watch the whole show after it's already done, but thank you if you're watching this on replay. I really appreciate that, because you don't have to do that, but I definitely appreciate that. Denny D, what's up? Okay, so let's jump into it. So first things first. We did just recently hit the 10K subscribers. So thank you again for the 10,000 subscribers. It felt good. It was fantastic. And I have been really plotting on what the next move is. You've kind of seen a couple things come through and start with the shorts, reels, and I've got some product videos that I am editing, and I just want to kind of flood the channel a little bit more with some more of those. So you'll see those come out soon. I've still been recording the gig logs, but probably just going to kind of throw those in here and there. But for the most part, I want to get you guys just some information style videos on little things that maybe you didn't think of, on equipment. I'm also going to be adding an Amazon store to my link tree. So if you go to my Instagram, make sure I put that up there. Well, of course, it's not up there right now. But anyway, it's DJ JayBook on Instagram. If you go to Instagram, I'll probably have it up and running tomorrow. And go to my homepage and go to the link tree. I'm going to have Amazon store there, and I'm going to put all the things that, go along with the gear that I have now on there so that you guys can have access to that. I totally forgot to do that. I was just putting them at the end of YouTube videos. However, it would give you guys a great opportunity to be able to, tap into that and look at specific items, because I can update it as I get it. Like today, I got a power plug for the MacBook Pro, one that I can keep in the T stand. I also got, we'll talk about the other stuff that I got too, because I don't want to spoil what I got here, but it's just small little things that I'm sure you guys want to know. Where'd you get it from? Or I get those questions all the time. So I want to create a store so that you can go and find it the same way I found it and get the exact thing if that interests you, or that's something that, appeals to you. So I'm definitely going to do that. Let's see. Wait a minute. Congrats, Jay. Your Instagram been nice. Let's get it, good folks. Hang in there, book. We got you back. I appreciate you, DJ K. Okay, next thing. So thank you again for the 10 subs. I just want to make sure I say that. And we're going to move on from 10 subs. Next goal, 20, 30, 40, whatever. But we're going to still grow that thing organically. So if you love the content, you'll hit subscribe. If you don't, it's all good. I understand. I'm not for everybody, but I am for somebody. All right, so let's talk about our wedding weekend. What a weekend it was. Everything began on Friday. And two great couples to kick off the weekend. Both excited to have me, both with the same last name as far as the women go, which was interesting, but not related. But this one was downtown Columbia at the hall at Sentence Inn, and this is the ceremony. You know what I always tell you guys, this is one of the most important parts of the day, because you get to see who's going to be in the mix of the ceremony. I mean, of the event for the reception. And it looks like there was a good bit of younger people there, which helps. The bar was serving alcohol as well, which also helps. Those combinations usually lead to a good night. So the ceremony took place here. I was super stoked because I was able to bring out the tea stand. So I know you guys always ask me, where's the tea stand? Where's the tea stand? Well, I used the tea stand twice this weekend, so you'll see it in both wedding pictures here. But I spaced everything out. They gave me like a little stage area. I used the back for all the bags and tables and that, things of the sort back there. And then I spaced out the LD 44 G2s on each side, and I spaced out the totems as well. So, I mean, the wire management looks really good. Upon first look, you can't see any wire. I mean, you literally would have to be looking for wires, but to some people's eyes, this looks like this is all wireless, which is pretty crazy. I experimented with the IR4s that are right under the T-stand right here. I didn't know if I wanted to go with one in the front or whether I wanted to go with two on the side. I ended up going with two on the side, and it pretty much lights up, because even when you hit the strobe button on the Wolf Mix, it still kind of gives you, lighting under your setup as well. As you can see in the corner over on this side, you can see there's one up light, an S4 from both lighting that is on the floor. We did up lighting around the room. Photo booth was involved as well, so we had photo booth set up there. And I think I have a video clip from Friday. Hold on one second here. And I didn't put any sound to it because I didn't want to get copywritten. But this is what it looked like where I was standing. So you guys can kind of see around the room. And I just had a second because, they were singing this whole song. So I had a second, whipped out the phone and just tried to capture that moment. Let you see it one more time here. I think this was Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares. They wanted to have this song because they had a lot of people from Philly. I believe it was the groom's side of the family. It was from Philly. So they definitely wanted me to play that song. So I was able to get that on for them. And it was a decent night. I was a little worried about them because the music was hitting, but they were doing a lot of talking while on the dance floor. And then towards the end, they kind of loosened up and did more dancing. But like I said, I did capture content and video from this. I did post a reel from this so that you can see that. And it was pretty nice. So I must say that the first couple kicked everything off beautifully. So congratulations to that couple. Now, Saturday was the day that was very, very, very stressful. But in a good way. It was just stressful because both myself and Mike were out at a function. Mike had the works at his function, and I'll show you some clips from Mike's setup as well. But he had the works. He had everything. I mean, they wanted photo booth, cold sparks, up lighting, DJ ceremony. They wanted everything. And it was at like a farm, a barn type farm. So I have a picture of that. And I was downtown again for another setup. Just like this. So this is where I was. This is 701 Whaley. This is that pool area. If you guys saw when I did that speakeasy that one time, this is the same exact room. This is what it looks like when they have a wedding. But if you look over this young lady's with the blonde hair all the way at the back, you can see the floor right there. It's all that heavy duty industrial glass over a pool. So it literally took place over a pool. It doesn't have any water in it, but that's just kind of the scene set for that. I thought I may have had the picture so you can see it a little bit better. Let me see here. No, I didn't. So we moved from this room over to the main room, and here's the setup that I did in the main room. I didn't have enough room behind me to put the facade at this time, so it wasn't perfectly aligned, but I did have enough room off to the side of me to be able to get it. I had two, same two 44G2s, same two podiums, same two lights, and the T-stand out again. So I really, really, really enjoyed using it both times. I felt like the setup, the breakdown was a little bit quicker on night number 2 as opposed to night number 1 with the T-stand. I don't know why, though. I don't know why. It was good, though. Let me show you another from a different angle. There we go. I also changed the platters. I have like 4 different sets of platters that I can use. I had never used the JayBook platters before, so I changed the control vinyl to the JayBook one, and this is what it looks like behind. I thought that it was very clean. I thought that everything went fantastically with the gig. Let me show you some video content from that. So this is Saturday in the beginning. You can see they were jumping up and down on here. Once again, I didn't play any music right here only because I didn't want to get a copyright strike. Here is the ending of the night, closing of the night. You can see how the uplighting around the room really went off really, really well. I was a little upset that we had to keep the lights on right above the dance floor, but they were not on mute. I mean, I'm sorry, they did not have like a dimmer. All the rest of the lights in the room could go down except for those. So it was kind of bright right on the dance floor, but they didn't care. If you saw my most recent reel, this is where the bride was dancing behind the cube with me. And we had a great event. And I did not think that that one was going to go over as well as Friday did, but it ended up doing very well. Very well. Except for one thing. And I have to show you guys this. So in the midst, I've killed this whole gig, no hitches, no nothing. And all of a sudden, right when there's like 20 minutes left, the sound goes out. I mean, just dead. And I'm touching buttons, nothing's happening. But I can see that it's still registering. There's just nothing coming through the speakers. So I'm in panic mode. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, why is this happening right now? 20 minutes left. The videographer ended up bringing out an individual speaker that he had, and he sat it down, and the crowd, while the music was off, they kept, singing songs while they're on the floor, trying to keep the energy up. He started, was looking for something to be able to play on that speaker because it was Bluetooth. And I'm sitting there looking around. I cannot find what the problem is, guys. Like I unplugged, plugged, turned off, I tried almost everything. I didn't want to turn off the laptop because I still had certain songs queued up. So I went over to my box that houses the mixer. That's separate. So you got a separate mixer and you got your DJ mixer. I went over to the box that was behind the facade, and I noticed that the mixer, there was no lights on the mixer that was over there. And I was like, why aren't the lights on? And I look, and in this little pocket right here, this plug that's at the bottom, the larger plug, that is the power for the mixer. It had come all the way out because of all the bass that was hitting all night long. And I say that because if you look right to the left of the plug where this like kind of like shiny stuff is, and then to the right, that's the opening for the box. And nobody was over there at all. So nobody could have messed with this. I cannot get my hand down in there. You literally have to go to the back of the box, open it up, and reach your hand in to be able to plug this in. I mean, as soon as I plugged it in, mixer turns back on. I touch a button on the large setup, and voila, everything comes back, and we're back in business. I close out the last 15 minutes because it took me about 5 minutes to figure out what was going on. But I was in like total panic mode. It was bad. It was bad. I was like, thinking to myself, like, this is crazy. I cannot believe we are right here at the end of the night, and this is what happens to me at the end of the night. Sucks so bad. So mine went over without a hitch, except for that one little hiccup there. And then here's Mike's setup. So Mike, like I said, he was kind of in a farm area, but it was a sheltered farm area. And usually during this time, you get like some great views, and the sun is usually hitting your back during that time. But I didn't bring up his back view on this one. But he's got two. Mike, if you're in here, Mike, you might have to correct me, but I think you've got two QSC like top like things. Like it's weird. Like those speakers are smaller, but they pack like a serious punch. And he's got, I believe, a subwoofer behind the facade, 4-panel facade, and he's got two of the Wash FX 2s from Chavez. He's using the MacBook Pro for his computer. And am I in the way of the cold sparks? Let me see. Yeah, right down here to the, I guess if you're looking at the screen, right down here to the right, You'll see the box for the Cole Sparks that was right in front of the fireplace, and on the fireplace you'll see where Mike had his uplights at. But he killed it. The couple loved it. They gave him high praises. Coordinator said he did a great job. So Mike just continues to shatter expectations. And we're gonna do it again this weekend. we got it again this weekend, but he's got to take care of some kids. He's got to do a prom. He's doing our only prom this year, this coming up weekend, and I wish him the best of luck with that. Because these proms are different types of proms now. So that was Mike's setup on Saturday. So then after that came Sunday. Let me move myself back over, because there was it was a triple header weekend for me. So Friday, one wedding, Saturday, another wedding, and Sunday this was just a birthday party. So I did a birthday party for a coordinator. And by this time, guys, I am literally running on empty. I even told her when I got there, like, look, I know that you are accustomed to a certain way that I perform, but it's going to be tough today. It's definitely going to be tough. One thing I can tell you right now, though, is I was a little frustrated because, as you can see, the sun is pointed right at my setup, and it was like that the entire time. Like if I'm behind the booth right here, the sun started right there, and all it did for the 3 hours that I was there was rotate to right here. So it just hit me from the left, then rotated to the front right here. And if I take off my watch, you can see how much of a tan I got. I mean, I'm over there sunbathing. It was rough. I think I got it behind the scenes on this one. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, you can see that I was struggling. The sun was shooting down right on the platters. Every time I touched the platters, they were hot. I had to try to keep my computer as cool as I could. And that was a task. I ended up having to push it like all the way back to get it out of the sun. It was rough, man. It was rough. So once 3 hours came, I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God. Did I say bye? Did I say bye? I think I did. I don't think I was rude. Yeah, I said bye. I'm pretty sure I said bye. So hopefully I said bye. But yeah, that one was. And look, I was just pretty much like a jukebox. I really was. Like I was letting whole songs roll. I did not feel like mixing music. I just felt like playing, let it go, playing, let it go. I was gassed. I couldn't be creative at all. I was gassed. Legs were exhausted, feet hurt. Oh, it was rough. But I was glad to be done. So it is what it is. All right, let me check the chat. So that was the weekend. That was the roughest weekend of the year. All the rest of the weekends, at most should have, 2 events. None of the other ones have 3, thank goodness. Just 2. And this coming up weekend, I've got a wedding outside back at Adams Pond. And Mike has a prom down at downtown. He's got a prom downtown Columbia. So another new venue, Mike, if you're in here. I don't know if you're in here, but if you're watching this, you got another new venue for you. Great venue. It's long, not wide. It's just a long venue for no reason. 300 kids. Get ready for that. All right, let's check the chat. See what the chat's talking about here. DJ Jeet Chicago, what's happening? DJ Willie Will, appreciate that. I have a question on your moving head wash lights, comparing them to the LM470s. What is the name of the ones you use? I use the Shed Wash. I think it's like 19 by 16 wash lights. Something. I'm about to finish editing a video on them, and I will put that out so you can see exactly what I use. But the company is called Sheds. It's Shedds, I believe, something like that. But that's the company I use. DJ G Kenny, man, shout out to DJ Mike. Yeah, sounds like my worst nightmare. Happy Thursday, everyone. Glad you called it. Hey, welcome DJ Metro. Yeah, in the sun. Yeah, I told her, I said, next year, because I've done her last two birthday parties each year. She likes how I play music, so I don't have a problem doing them, but they've been outside. And, last thing somebody thinks about is what a DJ has to do, because, everybody else gets to walk inside or walk on the shade or sit on an umbrella. And yet the DJ is just outside just baking. And I don't want to take too much to this thing. You know what I mean? And you had blackout there. Just absorbing the sun. Facts. And you didn't even see what shirt I had on. I had, it was supposed to be, I think it said the high was like 69, where it ended up being like 74. And I had a long sleeve button up on that I immediately had to take off after setting up. I'm sorry, not take off, but roll up after I started, and underarms and everything was just wet for no reason. Like it was bad, man. It was real bad. DJ Fusion 72. Hey Jay, didn't have. Wait a minute, you didn't have a tent? No, I didn't. I wasn't told what I needed going out there. I didn't know what I needed. I've never been to that place before. And so I didn't know what I needed. Upon seeing it, I wish she would have just put me inside the building. Here's another thing. The women's Final Four was going on the same time, and all the men that came there, they all just went in there and watched TV. So there was literally only I'm literally playing for like 4 people, like at most 4. DJ Cobra, what's happening? I guess that's Wickham 2A. Do you have any recommendation tutorials on the Wolf Mix? I just received mine today. Yes, if you just type in Wolf Mix on YouTube, there are a lot of great ones. Look for the guy who's also programming them to the IR4 both lighting. He does a good job of breaking it down. But there are a lot of good ones. There's another guy who has his lights set up in his kitchen on top of his refrigerator or a shelf. He does a good job as well as breaking it down. But yeah, I would definitely check them out if you're looking for that. Now, so like I said, this coming up Saturday, I'm back outside under a tent for another wedding. This wedding will have a little bit of Greek music in it as well, but I'm going to be testing out something that I got in today. So if you saw Rick Webb's most recent video where he is trying the gravity stands with the movers on the gravity stands, I wanted to see if that would help when I do a basic event. I'm not going to use them all the time, but I wanted to see what it would look like here. So, I mean, I did put 2 of them together to be able to use. So let me show you what that looks like right here. So I don't know if I like this. I don't know how often I would use this, but this is an option to not have to have the collapsible totems. And if I'm doing more of your basic events, you can get this up a little higher than those totems, because the totems I have, only go up to about 6 feet. And these will allow you to go up to like 7 and 8. Now, of course, I wouldn't recommend putting them that high, but I mean, if you can get up another foot on these, it may help out when you try to cover more of a wide area or spread area, because these are still wash lights here. Now, I wanted to highlight the fact that, let's see if I can zoom this in. Trying to zoom this in, but of course, wait. Come on. Well, I was going to try to show you the clamp, but pretty much it's actually hold on for 1 second. I'm going to go grab one of them here and bring it back. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I was able to grab one here, but let's put you to full screen so you can see it. All right, so if you have a gravity stand, you get one of these guys. Now, I got this from KPO DJ, and this is another reason why I want to create a store. But I already had these clamps for when you need to like hook movers to trussing. Excuse me. But pretty much you sit this on top of the gravity stand and then hook these into the bottom of your mover. My particular mover has 4 of these holes at the bottom. So once you sit it on the stand like this, you sit the light on top and then twist your knobs here to be able to lock them in. And that is what holds it. That's what holds it up like that. So I just wanted to show you guys that because I am going to be trying that this weekend to see whether or not I get anything from it, because this couple didn't have a lot of bells and whistles. They had more of a basic package. So I am just going to try something new as far as lighting goes. And I'm just going to do the basic, pretty much a basic setup. But the only thing that throws me off with these is the fact that it's a pole. That's what really throws me off. Like, I can make it look like it has no wires. I can make it look like that out there. But the fact that it's not, I can't decide if I want to put these to the side of me or behind me. I can't decide any of that stuff, man. But I want to try something different. I don't want to look the exact same every single time I go out. I just want to be able to give the people a really good show and still look pleasing to the eye, things of the sort. So that's what I'm going to try to do with these guys, and hopefully it works. I'll try to capture video and bring that, in for the next time that we are on, so you guys can see that. And so that's everything. That's all I had from the weekend, for what's coming up. Man, you guys have no idea how glad I am to be past that weekend. And now I can really sink my teeth into more. And, on top of that, other couples from upcoming weeks are hitting me up. Like, it was already rough to be able to do the show last week while getting, everything together for 3 gigs, and still have new couples hitting you up, inquiring, and still have couples you've already booked hit you up inquiring. I mean, I had like 3 couples ask me for editing, like to edit songs to it. It's rough sometimes. So I don't know, maybe my mood is more because of having to do all that, and now this week it's just kind of more like chill, so I'm just kind of like in a laid back mood. So either way, it is what it is. So I'm going to give you guys the floor. I knew that was going to take a good amount of time to go through, so I'm going to give you guys the floor, and we're just going to have some question and answers on here tonight. Before we get started with that, I will tell you that next week, I probably will not be on next week. I have a fashion show next week, which I believe is on Thursday. And the rehearsals the night before, so I couldn't even move the show to Wednesday. So we probably won't have a show next week, but are y'all ready for this? In 2 weeks, he has finally agreed to come on the show. My partner in crime, DJ Magic Mike, will be on the show the last week of April. Well, he's going to come. He's actually going to come. He's ready to be on the show. He said it himself. He told me himself he's ready. So that's what we're going to do. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Oh, and one more last thing while I have most of you in here. I probably will be going on Twitch tomorrow about either 12 or 1 o'clock. I'll be going on Twitch just to do a lunchtime thing, kind of in and out. I've gotten everything that I need done, so I probably will be going on Twitch tomorrow. If you do not follow me on Twitch, now is the opportunity for you to do so. It's DJ JayBook on Twitch. If you want to just get some music and stuff in and flow with me. I didn't get a chance to last week, but this week we are going in. So just wanted to do that. All right. Questions. Let's see. All right, hold on. Let's see. Let me go back here. JayBook. My guy. Yes, it is well. Andy Castro. Hey, JayBook. Question: what microphone do you have for your DJ events? Shure QLXD4 is what I keep in my Rev 7, and a Shure QLXD4 is what I have for my whole board stereo T setup as well. So Shure QLXD4 is what I use for microphones. For lapels, I use Audio-Technica 3000s for lapels for ceremony. And if I have to have one more microphone, I use the Fife and mic that will allow for like a reader or something like that to be able to have it. So those are the mics that I use. DJ Metro NYC, I had hit you on IG about the S2. If you're still, yeah, I am. I had a couple people ask me about the SX2. If you didn't know, I was on Aaron Strawn's stream, and he asked me, am I going to sell some of my equipment? Yes, I would love to sell some of my equipment. I have a Pioneer DDJ SX2 that I am willing to sell. It has a case. It's in the case right now in the other room, not being used. I am willing to sell it, and I'm willing to sell it for a next to nothing price. So, you just got to you got to be willing to pay to get it to you, pretty much. That's the only thing that I have. I'm not going to pay like some huge thing to ship it off to somebody. I would like to sell it to somebody local so it could just be a pick up and go. But if I have to sell it to somebody out of state, you just got to pay to get it to you, on top of the price for it, which, like I said, is next to nothing. I don't use it, so I'm not going to charge an arm and a leg to get it. All right, DJ G Kenny, they call me G. I'm cold with the mic. See, DJs be fake and phony, and my clients better have my money. Lord have mercy. Were you rapping to the I'll be back scene? Is that what that was? Yeah, there you go. All right, more entertainment events. So besides word of mouth, what is the best way to grow your business? Facebook ads, YouTube, websites like The Knot, cold call, wedding planners. Okay. Best way to grow your business other than word of mouth, because word of mouth is so powerful. I would say advertise through social media. Now, if you can get advertisement on social media organically, and when I say organically, meaning like through reels or through posts, or just build some type of following that way, it will first of all be cheaper than doing Facebook ads, because Facebook ads only reach a certain amount. Like they only reach but so far. Now I know there's some guys who are out there, and you already know who they are. They pay a substantial amount to keep those ads running constantly. So every time you pull up, you see them. Like that takes a good bit of money. Also going to wedding shows. They usually have a beginning of the year wedding show, and then they usually have a mid-year wedding show. Find out when the wedding shows are in your area, so that you could go ahead and pre-plan to be able to get yourself a booth and just be ready to go ahead and meet new clients, because that's a fast way as well. Just know that you'll have other competition out there, of course, but word of mouth is the most powerful way. If you can get in good with venues and vendors, as photographers, planners, things of the sort, you are in great. You'll grow so much faster. DJ Lord Geo, have you been checking out It's Just Santi 50? Yes, I have. If you guys are not, I highlighted him on this show before. If you have not been checking out Santi's 52 weeks at the club, I learned a good bit from that. I learned about other DJs, and that's something that I wanted to do before, but we don't have that type of, like, he's in an area where there's going to be a crap ton of DJs who are out DJing. I'm in an area where the same guys are doing the same. Like, if I were to do that, I probably would only be able to get by with probably 4 to 5 episodes, because after that, there's nobody in this area. I would have to go to Charlotte to be able to get where DJs are in rotation. But, him being in Jersey and Philly, oh man, he's good. He'll have a lot he can tap into. He'll have a lot. So good stuff. More entertainment events, fashion show. You Marlon. Now you asking questions that you ain't got no business asking. Now you know good and well I'm not on here trying to model. I'm just joking. Now I've for the past 4 years, I've done a fashion show, and pretty much just playing the music for the models walking down the runway, and this will be year number 5. And they have a different theme every single year, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the theme is this year. But no, I will not be taking a personal stroll down the runway, if that's your question. Oh man, yo, we got royalty in the building, ladies and gentlemen. The big homie Cleveland Terry in the house, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro. That's fam. Love me some CT. What mic do you recommend for beginner DJs? Well, I mean, if you don't know a whole lot about microphones, you could tap into the Phoenix market. The Phoenix, Phoenix reaches out, and they want to work with DJs. They're trying to push their product, and their product is not bad. It's great for what it is. Let's just say that. It's great for what it is. Nothing wrong with having a Phoenix microphone. Nobody's going to look at you different because you have a Phoenix microphone. I mean, again, we're talking about you just being able to use a mic as a beginner DJ for a couple. They're not going to know the difference. Now, of course, you're going to want to elevate down the line, but you can start off with a Phoenix and be okay. That would be my suggestion. All right, DJ Lazy Kid, if you're not doing so already, you should be charging for song edits custom. Yeah, we talked about this. Now, of course, the one that I mentioned where I had to do an edit for, it was pretty much she just wanted a section cut out of a song. Like, I'm not going to hit a couple in the head for that. But now if we're talking about every single person in the wedding party needs to have a different song that needs to be cued here and cut here, and then our song needs to be, now we got a problem. Now we got a problem. Or if you've given me like 7 songs or you want me to chop it down, now we got a problem. And it's not really a problem. We just, need to come to agree to some terms here, because we're going to need to ante up on that a little bit, because that's more work, and you already don't want to pay the DJ, so it's going to cost you. May cost you a little, may cost you a lot, but it's going to cost you. Andy Castro, what is your opinion about the Shure Beta 87? I have not used it. I have not heard it at all. I haven't even seen it. I hadn't even seen it. The only thing that new that Shure has put out that I saw was the new lavalier, or not lavalier, the little clip-on mics that they keep advertising for. Jason Janai just recently had a video that he put out about all the different microphones that Shure offers, from entry level all the way to professional. And I don't remember even hearing that one in that loop. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be totally honest with you. DJ oh, okay, Magic Mike in the building. We were just talking about you earlier, bro. They was on you and stuff about your setup, baby. I'm just joking. Nah, I was trying to figure out what the brand of speakers you had for your setup where you went this past Saturday. I couldn't remember the brand. I thought you said it was QSC, but I wasn't 100%. And I did tell them that you did have a sub. I know you wanted me to make sure that I said that you had a sub because you couldn't see it, but it was under the table, behind the facade. You know, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. Whoa. Oh, breaking news right here. Hold on. You guys got to see this. I have literally gone over to Cleveland Terry's show, and I have been asking this man, please, hop back on Twitch. Just hop back. He's like, yeah, I'll do it as soon as I found some time. He must have found time. Look at this. He's been having the itch. CT is going to return to Twitch, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. If you are full time, what are you doing for insurance? Now, a lot of the venues that are here in my area, at least in Columbia, South Carolina, this is not going to apply to everybody. I must just put that out there first. They don't require insurance. Venues don't require insurance here. When I need insurance, I use an insurance called Canopy, and they will allow me to get day of insurance for that one day. And it's so rare that I need it that I'm willing to pay what they ask for. And usually it's right around the $60 for that day. But it has I believe a $500,000 or $1 million liability, something along those lines. And that satisfies most vendors. When I went to Tennessee last year, they required that. So I did have Canopy insurance, and they give you a certificate, something that you could send over to the venue so that they can have it. So I recommend, if you just need day of and you don't need continuous, monthly insurance. I assume they could do monthly as well, but Canopy is who I use. But that's not the end all be all. There's others out there. That's just who I rock with. Oh, Solstice in the building. Solstice, man. I don't know if you guys recently saw some of Solstice content, but I think it was one of his stories. That man had on a $500 jacket. It had what was that, like sleek material right here. It was velvet. It was blue. Had black down the, oh man, that thing was fire. I complimented him on it, and he told me, yeah, that's just kind of how I do. And I almost unfollowed him for that. I'm just joking. Nah, he did have one. He did have a dope jacket one time. Let's see. G. Kenny, Cleveland Terrier Facts. I told Jay Fridays, I think, is going to be my day a few weeks ago. Yeah. Solstice, what's up, CC? Did my gray convince you? Hey, look, I got some good grays and stuff with me. Am I thinning right there? I can't tell. I don't know. But probably so. Megawatt, the DJ so DJ Kenny, haha. All right, DJ Metro. How can I find out the shipping costs? Well, we can talk afterwards. Just hit me up, and I can tell you what the weight is, and you can look up. Or I believe you can look up on UPS how much it is to ship something within it, because I think it has like a certain amount that it goes up to, like from zero. If it costs, I mean, if it's 1 pound to 50 pounds, it would cost this. If it's 50 to 51 to 100, and it costs, it just has different categories. So I can look it up and just see what the cost would be for it. But if I had to guess, I don't know, it's probably like $100, something like that, 150. I've never shipped anything like that before, but I'm assuming you want the case and the controller. So I'll definitely put those together and just see. I'll try to go back and find out how much that case weighs. That'd be hot, man. I must be way back. Let's see. Excuse me. Solstice, 90% of our business is organic. They find us on Google, IG, and YouTube even. Heading to Colorado this summer for a wedding to DJ. Found me through YouTube. Well, would you look at that? I've had a few weddings, just based on the fact that, I have followers, which is weird because that's not why I signed up for I put content on these things so that you could see me DJ, because for some reason that was a thing going into like 2000, and I want to say for me it was like 2018, somewhere around that. Like the fascination with having something that they can visually see started to kind of take off for me. And like that kind of separated me from the person that they just heard about. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm proud of you, Solstice, for getting something out of state like that. I mean, I've tried, man. I've tried to get, Tennessee is the furthest. Atlanta was pretty cool. And I really wanted that Key West one. Oh, man, I really wanted that Key West. I had an inquiry about Seattle. And then, what was that last one? I want to say it was like Philadelphia or something like that. Somebody asked me to come up to Philly. But I'm going to be in a wedding that I think is going to be next year in New York. So next year, summertime, July, I will be in New York for a wedding. Not to DJ, but in a wedding. No, I'm not going to vlog the fashion show. I'm more like a sound engineer for the fashion show. Like, if I didn't have to play music, I literally would just be controlling a board just like this for microphones. And I tried to film it one time, but I just felt like it wasn't going to get any response from it. I don't know. It's not worth vlogging. It's really not worth vlogging. Wayne DJ Island Boy, have you ever done a brother show? You're gonna have to elaborate on that, Wayne. I'm not sure what you mean. A brother show? I don't know what that means. Yes, they will. They will. Producer fees? I must be way behind. DJ Cobra, I totally agree. I have that one as well. Sure 87, one of the best caps ever. Oh, okay. So these look, DJ G Kenny and Cleveland Terry putting you on. Magic Mike clearing the air here, letting you know that it's 2 Mackie DLM 12s and a QSC 118 that he uses. Yeah, CT. No insurance. All right, DJ Lazy Kid. I think he meant health insurance for the previous question. I could be wrong. No, he's probably talking about DJ insurance. I'm just trying to catch up here. If you got the money like Cleveland, get the KSM mics. Otherwise, the Beta 58 is what I would recommend. Y'all wildin'. DJ Jeet Chicago, I want to go full time, but the only thing holding me back is the health insurance for family. Well, I mean, you can get what's that health care that they offer? It's not called Obamacare anymore, but I mean, you can still get insurance through healthcare.gov if you're looking for, family coverage, or you're looking for coverage that you can buy outside of like being attached to a business. But yeah, you can go to healthcare.gov and get you an insurance plan and get it for the family. And I mean, I don't know how much it's going to cost, but it'll cover you. It can cover your wife and kids, or if your wife already has a job, you can hop on her plan. But yeah, there's options. Definitely go to healthcare.gov. DJ Jeet Chicago. They pay me the big bucks to get that forget. All right, Metro NYC. Oh, when will you have CT on the show? I've had CT on the show. You want me to bring him back? I can bring him back. I can definitely bring him back. I've had him on the show though. See, some of you guys are kind of new on here, so you didn't know I've had guests. I've had plenty of guests. I've had great guests. CT was definitely one of my guests. Let's see. It's how am I putting the client's home address on? We aren't even there. If anyone wants to connect for Bollywood music, I'd love to help. All right, we got some help going on in the chat. Just a warning: NYC humidity is very much slept on. Your khakis will look like leggings. And you know what? Last year I came to NYC in, was it July or August? I want to say July. And you ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. That's a different heat. Like the heat here and the humidity here is just still. Like there's no wind blowing. It's just hot for no reason. And it sits right here on the back of your neck, and your neck starts to sweat. And then it sits on the top of your head, and that just makes your head start to sweat. Or, you get stuff like this where you just get tans for no reason, even when it's cloudy outside. Like we have weird weather here in the South. So yeah, NYC definitely has some weird weather as well. More entertainment. I'm a preferred vendor for several venues. I'm good with a decorator, a wedding planner, a photographer. I'm steady. Just frustrating when you see DJs be slammed with work, especially on that DJ helping. Well, yeah. It depends on what area and stuff you're in too. If you're in a smaller area, you just definitely want to be in tune with the top three. Like, I don't know about your area, but I can tell you here, we have this thing where people vote on the number one planner, number two planner, number three. And I just look at that just to make sure that the people who are voted in, and they put, what order you were ranked in. And I wish they would do that for DJs, but I don't know why they don't do that. But anyway, but they put the planners in order, and I always make sure that, am I signed on with all these guys? And 1 through 7, I'm signed on for. Number one choice for 1 through 7. And I'm good with that. And then photographers have helped out a lot. I've got like 3 photographers that really, really, really push me. Really, really push me. I mean, like, as soon as they book them, it's like, do you know of any DJ? I got one for you. And it's like, bam, we're off to the races. So, and then just brides in general, every time we're at a wedding, people are asking the bride, where'd you find that DJ from? I give you his information, or why don't you go get a card? And it just kind of trickles on down there. So yeah, I mean, the guys that's over in DJ idea sharing, you have to be careful with them. You have to be really careful with those guys. As you guys know, I just recently had a battle with them, but we made it out unscathed. We're good. But those guys, they're definitely passionate about their job. Let's just say that. DJ Solstice, they are owned or operated by some giant corporation as well. Can you recall your first paid mobile gig? Yes, it was a skating ring. And let me tell you how crazy that was. It was so crazy that the setup was kind of like this, where how you guys can see all my stuff. That's how everything was set up then. No facade, no nothing. Light tree. I had to hang lights and stuff from it. Oh man. Yeah, I remember. Skating ring. All right. Do you recommend using a hazer for prom? I'm using 2 Focus Spot 4Zs and 4 Wash FX Hex. If so, which one under $400 do I need? Do I need 2 or just 1? Okay. So I use the haze generator from ADJ. I've used it because it's great. It has continuous haze. It doesn't come out all like stiff or thick. I have a problem with haze. First, let me answer your question. Yes, I feel like you should use haze for prom. I can't use haze for prom because most of these venues here will not allow haze, or their fire alarm is too sensitive to where it still picks up haze particles and still goes off. And if it goes off, you shut down the whole event. I recommend using haze, and I have absolutely loved the haze generator from ADJ. Now, as far as pricing goes for one, I think the haze is close to that. It may be like a little bit more. But I was looking at another one at one time. I cannot remember the model number of it, but it was like a step down. But American DJ has a couple of them. I think they have like the On-Tour is like fog. It's not haze. I would just look up haze machines, and there's one that's right under the haze generator that may be a little bit cheaper that you may want to use. Now, using 2 of them will fill the room faster, but using one of them and having it go for quite some time fills up a room pretty good. So it just depends. It just depends. But yeah, I'm definitely an advocate for haze machines. All right, you heard it first. CT will come back on. We could definitely have CT back on. No, this is a women's spring line, summer line, clothing line thing. No, it's not. Yeah, the South heat is crazy. Yes, black people do tan. Yes, get Solstice on the show. Solstice, you want to come on the show? I thought you liked being the behind the scenes man. You want to come on the show? I don't care. I'll chop it up with you. I will. Can CT let us know when that rain performer coming? See, now y'all asking, y'all trying to get this man in trouble. This man is just on here out of the kindness of his heart, and y'all trying to get this man in trouble. Oh, I still got a second. Yeah, I do have a second. I meant to tell you, but CT, you can answer that if you want to. I'm sure you won't, but you can answer if you want to. So you remember a couple weeks back, last time I was outside at a function, I told you that I had used that other shoe. Well, I saw this shoe on clearance, and I wanted to show it to you guys. This is the Cole Haan Zero Grand. Okay. This is the next shoe that I'm going to try. And the reason I keep pulling these on here is because I am trying to find a good shoe to be able to rock at weddings that's not necessarily a sport like shoe. So this one is, it's all like, I want to say like cotton. I don't know. It's like what a Air Max would be on the top. And then it's got Adidas foam. I like to call this Adidas foam. This looks like an Adidas shoe, but this is like that Adidas foam. So I'm going to try these out and see how these work. And I'm going to let you know next week whether or not these are trash or not. Now, Men's Warehouse, if you're looking for these, and I know I'm with the Bigfoot gang, this is a size 13. Men's Warehouse had these knocked down from $89 down to $45. So pretty much half off. So if these work, I'm just letting you know, Men's Warehouse has these shoes here. It's very lightweight, not a heavy shoe by any means. I'm just hoping that this is enough cushion all night long on top of having one of those mats to put on the floor as well. So I'm hoping that that's going to help out with my heel issue. CT, if you're still here, we talk about everything you could possibly talk about DJ related, from the shoes to the clothes to glasses to hats to jackets to all that stuff. And I'm just trying to find a good shoe for and start calling it the DJ shoe. Like, somebody should make a DJ shoe, or let me design a DJ shoe. I would talk to Hoka so fast, get every DJ a Hoka shoe. Let me see. Do I have? Oh yeah. G Kenny, I remember you had asked me about Hoka shoes. This is what a Hoka shoe looks like. All this right here down is it is literally all cushion. It's all styrofoam. Well, not styrofoam, but it's all like that bouncy material. Like, all this here, all this down here and down is all cushy. And then this right here is like that net-like material. And these things, you could literally walk all day in these. Literally. I mean, it's so lightweight. Like, it's nothing. These things are like, it's so easy to use these shoes. But those are Hokas. I know you were asking about them. No. See, here you go, more entertainment. Now, you know good and well, Men's Warehouse does not sponsor me by any means. I'm just trying to spread the knowledge. And here you go. I'm just joking. All right, let's see. Couple more here, and then we get off here. Do you do gifts for wedding couples? If so, what? No, not really. Not really. Because that would be a lot of gifts. I mean, I do almost 60 gigs a year. And then with Mike on board now, you throw in another 10 to 15, and that's steadily growing. That's 75 gifts. Nah. Nah, we don't do that. Oh. I almost said this. And maybe I should say it because I did think it. I did think this, but yeah, I mean, you are the gift. All right, DJ Frank Blends. Kohan makes good, stylish, comfortable. I will agree after I have used this for a weekend. I will agree. We'll see. To be continued. All right. Well, it has been fun, guys. I really appreciate you guys always coming to check out your guy. Don't forget, next week we probably will not be on, but the week after, DJ Mike will be on here. We will be chopping it up with DJ Mike. And I know you guys, look, bring your questions for him because he did not want to hop on here for the longest. And we're going to break him in. I mean, question him down. I'm going to let you guys question a fellow DJ. I've got questions for him too, just in case you guys are busy for whatever reason. And I'll help him out and just let you guys introduce him pretty much formally to you guys. I know I talk about him a lot on here, so I'm just going to introduce him to you guys. So that's in 2 weeks. If you've got gigs this weekend, please make sure that you absolutely kill them. Also, don't forget tomorrow, lunchtime, either 12 or 1 o'clock, I will be on Twitch. Make sure you go follow my Twitch at DJ JayBook. Follow my IG at DJ JayBook so that you can keep up with all things me related. The content's just going to keep coming, guys. I'm hoping to grab some great footage for you guys this weekend. And I think that's it. I believe that's it. So thank you guys again for coming out. We'll see you next week. And make sure you are living to strive, not to survive. We'll see you again. Peace, people.